In this day and age, you have to stay aware of your surroundings. Too many things are happening, and too many people are not engaging in their environment. All right, guys, so this video is going to be a short Sunday video in regards to everything that's going on and how you have to stay engaged in your surrounding. I am watching too many people, man, on a day-to-day walk down the streets staring at their phones. This is all they're doing. And being that it's, a new thing, people are navigating pretty well looking at their phones. I'm watching people from down the block never, ever cutting their eyes at me, but staring at their phone as such and then just going around me. I'm like, that's pretty good. Still, the point is they're not looking at me. They just see a body in front of them and they're going around instead of paying attention to figure out if I'm a threat or not. There are too many people, guys, that are just engaging in their phones and not in the environment. And the environment is, in this day and age, detrimental to pay attention to your surroundings. Because the girl on the bus, or the light train, that got knifed a couple weeks ago, she was completely immersed in her phone. She didn't even notice the fucking crazy dude sitting behind her. She never once looked up. At least in the video, it looked like she didn't. She had her head down the entire time. She sat down, and she kept doing what she was doing. She didn't notice the guy shift behind her. She didn't notice any of that. Now, if I'm sitting there, and I'm looking out the window, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm looking out of the window or looking at the phone. I feel somebody shift behind me. At the very least, my head comes up and looks in the reflection to see what they're doing. She didn't even bother doing that. There are a lot of people who are walking around aimlessly on their phones. Not even looking at it, because I'm that guy when I'm walking next to you and shit. I'm looking at your phone like, the fuck is he watching porn and walking at the same time? Like shit like that. I'm like, I've seen that once. I was amazed. I was following him. Not so much because of the porn. It was like he was watching porn and walking in the streets. I was like, it was almost impressive because he's watching a video. I've seen a guy watch a movie and walk at the same time. I think he was watching some Mission Impossible shit. Matter of fact, it was the one before last, right? And he was watching the movie. I'm like, this motherfucker's watching Mission Impossible while walking. People are watching movies while walking. They are completely disengaged from their environment. It's like they don't want to be immersed in their environment, so they want to watch fantasy shit and just, I guess, mind their business. But minding your business is what's getting a lot of people hurt, killed, and robbed, and not in that order, right? A lot of people are just not paying attention, but the robber's paying attention to you, or the person who wants to commit the violent act is paying attention to you, and they know that you are not paying attention. They know that. They see it. That is why that guy pulled that bullshit he did with Irina, is her name, right? And knifed her the way she did, right? And yes, it was a racial issue. A lot of people, for some weird reason, there's debate why it's not a racial issue. And I'm like, the guy said I got that white girl. He automatically made it a race issue. Done. So you got to pay attention, guys, and especially women. Guys, listen, unless you're built like pickup sticks, yeah, you should be paying attention a lot more. I'm not bragging, but because of my size, I don't have to worry about someone picking on me or knifing me or robbing me, right? A lot of people are going to look at me and go, that guy could be a threat. Not saying that I am, but they look at me and go, this guy could be a threat. I don't want any part of that. He looks like he's going to fight back. No, thank you. And I would. Not saying that I would win. Not saying I would lose. I'm going to fight back and see what the outcome's going to be. But a lot of people don't. And they look at certain people and go, yeah, that guy looks like a bitch. I'm going to test that. And they do, and they win. Right? And then there's some guys out there that do look like a bitch, but they know how to fight. They have MMA under their belt. They got some kind of martial arts. They just know how to box. And I've seen those videos before where guys whip those ass. They whip that ass because guy underestimated them, and a kid comes out. And once the kid does this, and he starts, he knows how to fight. It's not even a conversation. That kid knows how to fight. So you got to be careful of, like, when you're engaging somebody in that manner, that if they take a certain stance and they start moving a certain way, and you glance at their feet and they have like good foot movement, you're going to lose that fight, or you're going to have to take a different tactic. But my point is, guys, is that you got to pay attention, especially women. Pay attention to your surrounding. So many women go jogging at night. They go jogging at night just to have something bad happen to them because they were not paying attention to their surroundings. I can almost guarantee you every time a chick ran, she saw the guy, didn't think he was a threat because for some reason everybody thinks it's a small world after all and everybody's all hunky-dory with each other, but that ain't the fucking case. The fact is, you see somebody standing on the road by yourself and you're running, you got to pay attention to that dude. And in fact, if you want, speed the fuck up. Just break off into a sprint. That'll confuse him. And he'll be like, oh shit, I can't catch up to that. And you just fucking take off in a dead sprint. Look over your shoulder, see how far he is, and continue to jog again. But you got to pay attention to your surroundings. Somebody gets on the train, every time the train door opens, I see who's getting on that train. Always. Anytime I walk down the street, if somebody's walking too close to me, I look over my shoulder to make sure they don't drive anything into my back. Right? Obviously, if it's an old lady, an old man, I'm not going to go that far. Or if it's a small child, probably not. But if it's somebody of my height, even a chick of my height, you never know. I watched a video of a fucking girl try to woo a dude, and the guy was like, hey, hey, right? And the fucking girl was like, oh, hey, and boom, right in his nuts. I was like, whoa. I almost passed out. I was like, anything involving the dick area, the dick region, every guy's ready to pass out. She fucking right in the dick. I was like, and apparently she was like some kind of hit girl, but he didn't know that. And he was like, oh, hey, that's bullshit. And she fucking got him. So, point is, guys, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everybody who comes too close to you, breaks that personal circle zone that we all have. They break that shit, your antenna should be going up. At no point in time should you be immersed in your phone where you don't know what's going on. Hell, you should be paying attention when you're crossing the street. I watched a video of a guy, I don't know how he survived, in Queens, I think it was. A car was running from the cops. The guy was standing at the crosswalk, and the car came and hit the light pole and the guy. The guy survived. But he wasn't paying attention because he had more than enough time to look and go, oh shit, there's a car, and then move out of the way. But instead, he looked like he was just looking straight ahead, and he had headphones on. He was like this. He didn't see that car coming. But that's, even in the streets, when you're crossing, you have to pay attention. You got these e-bikes, you got these out-of-control cars, you got kids trying to run from cops. You got all kinds of shit going on now. You got to pay attention to your surroundings. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.